Tell the Marshal this ain't how we do things here. But I'll oblige him this once. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay, you, head through there. Fine. Go and get your picture took. Place your palms by your chest now for me.
Jackson! Officer Jackson, move those prisoners! Officer Benton! Kitchen's aid staff! Officer Townsend, those rocks ain't gonna break themselves. What are you standing there for? Get moving! What are you looking at? Go on, get moving! You with the hammer? And you'll do. We need to perform a work detail out near Tumbleweed. Come on, get in. Open the gate. Come on, Milliken. Yeah! I tell you what, old Jameson is a wretched, sour old bastard, and no mistake. You lot stay calm in there.
You aren't saying nothing.
Well, you are now. Shut up. You know, my wife has acquired ideas significantly above her station. She's been reading too many goddamn books. Personally, I'm against education. Of women, I mean. And men, I guess. Unnecessary. Doesn't add much to the world. Education.
Good day, gentlemen.
Oh.
Don't do anything stupid. Nobody gets shot. Act like fools, and the pair of you will be dead within a minute. Now, what are your names?
Jenkins and Milliken.
Well, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, throw your guns to the ground and get on down here. That's it. Very glad to meet you. It's not worth being rash. You boys get paid a salary. You get that salary whether these people escape or not. Your wives presumably want you alive. Let them out. Now, please.
Okay.
You all run away. Aside from you. Try to stay out of trouble. This is a stroke of good fortune for all of you. Use it. Now, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, be so kind as to quickly run away before somebody gets shot entirely unnecessarily. Go on, don't look back. Mr. Wendt, I believe it was $50 we agreed on.
It was.
Here's 50 each.
Each?
Yes. Now get out of here, both of you. My employer and I appreciate your professionalism.
All we did was stand there and look tough.
And you did it fantastically well. Good day, gentlemen. Now, sir, how about you pick up these guns and we move out? My mistress is waiting for us.
Madam, we're back.
Hello. Jessica Leclerc, how do you do? What did you tell him?
Nothing, as we discussed.
Thank you, Hawley. I do hope we haven't inconvenienced you dreadfully. But seeing as you were due to be hanged in a week, I'm sure you don't object too strongly. I know you're innocent. Well, not perhaps exactly innocent, but not guilty of what you were accused. I know you and those who were with you that died were little more than patsies, and that you were set up by one of 3 men or a woman, possibly by all of them. I can't be sure. But that is all I know so far.
And one of these people also made Mrs. Leclerc a widow.
And I will avenge my husband's death, so help me God. But I will not avenge it upon them who did not cause it, or caused it unwittingly. Anyway, I'm sure this is all a touch confusing and melodramatic. Where are my manners? Hawley, please show our guests to their tent and give them some fresh clothes to put on.
Very good, madam.
Then serve us both a little refreshment.
Certainly, madam. This way. You'll find a change of clothes in there, alongside a few other items you might need, a lasso, a knife, and a lantern, I believe.
That looks more comfortable. Hawley,
Here, madam.
your very good health. I suppose it beats dying,
Mrs. Leclerc's husband was murdered by one of his business partners.
And I intend to find out which one. Or rather, I intend for you to find out. And kill them. You're the only person I could possibly trust to do whatever it takes. Because you and your accomplices, you're the only other victims of their lies still alive. You see, you walked into the town at approximately the same time my husband was shot in the back, but by another gun, firing different bullets to those you possessed when you were arrested. These bullets, this was their mistake. You were rounded up and sentenced to death, all because you came to town and didn't talk too much and seemed like you were nasty. Anyway, here they are, the people who run Blackwater. Mr. Jeremiah Shaw, banker, real estate speculator, and crook. Mr. Amos Lansing, ranch owner, speculator, and crook. Mrs. Grace Lansing, his wife, society patroness, lover of the arts, crook, and my former best friend. Teddy Brown, her disgraced brother, outlaw, wanted man, and still in contact with them. All I ask of you is your help in finding out quite what happened.
Mrs. Leclerc would like to help you get back on your feet. Get back to work.
Whatever your work may be, I don't judge. You want to rob? Rob. You want to save innocent folk? Do that as well. But you need me just as much as I need you. I think we all understand each other.
I hope we do.
Good. I look forward to rewarding you for killing those who made me a widow. My husband was a true believer in this country and in the West. He was killed for greed. Foul greed when there's quite enough for everybody. I don't care what your scruples are as to killing. I will take the full burden of that sin upon my shoulders. Goodbye, for now. Then Hawley, go introduce him to nice Mr. Cripps.
I think you'll like Cripps well enough. He's long past his prime, of course, but he hasn't gone entirely crazy just yet. And he will help you, better than most of his ilk. Cripps, get up.
Hello, partner. Hawley.
This is your new boss.
Oh, pleased to meet you, partner. J.B. Cripps at your service.
We'll pay to get your camp established. Mrs. Leclerc is a generous benefactor.
And, where are we headed?
Oh, sir. While Cripps is establishing your camp, perhaps you can go to the station and see the clerk, then head to see Clay Davies. He's a horse thief and not a terribly nice one. Then meet Cripps back at your camp.
See you shortly, boss.
Good luck.
Hello. You must be Harley's friend. He's one of us. He said you also were a discouraged man. I'm very discouraged. Disappointed Alden, that's me. Anyway, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I find your reticence charming. Real charming. By the way, I heard you might want to earn a little money. Well, some gentlemen have been robbing our stages, and they are not part of the club, if you catch my meaning. If you can make them go away, I'm sure they will have something of interest to you. They're up near Gap Tooth Ridge. See what you can do, okay? Here, by the way, a catalog. The latest issue. Just came into this armpit from a land more civilized. And if all works out, well, my colleagues and I move around these stations as needed. And all of us are very discouraged. We will all help a fellow sufferer with pertinent information. Good afternoon, sir.
I win again. Did Horley send you, Pop? I'm Clay Davies. This is my brother, Clive. He don't talk. Maybe you two will get along better. Maybe not. Listen, I heard you wanted to earn some money. So, there's a gang of ne'er-do-wells. They are a bunch of degenerates, not good people. They're out at Raskeller Fork with a bunch of horses they stole from me. Well, that's a lie, but they stole them off a fella I was gonna steal them off of. Maybe you could get them for me. You think you could do that for me, Pop? Looks like you're doing this on your own. Well, good. Meet me at the stable at Tumbleweed once you have the horse flesh, and I'll pay you good. Oh, and Pop, Horley wanted me to remind you, any decent work you can find, take it. But just try to stay out of trouble. Oh, and once you give me those horses, well, after that, we'll talk again. Oh, I do so enjoy these conversations. I'm used to them on account of my brother. Let's go, Clive. Well, 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 Horley was right about you, dead right. Ain't that dandy? Get that horse hidden away, Clive, and ready to move out as soon as we can. All right. Here's the money you earned. Now listen, Horley came by and gave me a message. He said to go see your friend Cripps up at your camp. Now listen to me for a second. Any other decent horses you find, we'll buy them. Just as soon as we are set up, okay? Nice meeting you. You know what? Hold on, boy. I call him boy because I'm older. 30 minutes, he went black. Let's give our friend here back the horse. It's yours. A sign of faith and future business. If you want to buy any extras or sundries for the animal, head inside. They've got a lot available. See you soon. Come on, Clive.
How do you get on with Clay Davies? Horrible little wretch, in my opinion. Pop this and pop that. I'd like to pop him, a slime bucket. Anyway, I've got everything set up. Well, what we have so far, place is pretty nice. I think you did a good job for you. I'll earn my keep. When you get too old to fight, what choice have you got? It's either work or beg, and I'd rather work. Oh, I saw Horley. Now, he wants you to come down and meet him in Blackwater when you get a chance. I think he might have some work for you. Oh, and while you're out on your travels, you may see some folk with employment opportunities. Good folk, bad folk, looking for a tough guy with a gun to help them. Up to you if you listen to them, I guess. You know, I used to like that kind of stuff. One time, I almost helped a clown steal an elephant. But that's a very silly story. Welcome home. Make yourself at home. It is your home.
Well, well, well.
Who's that, Horley? Who's that Batman?
Hello, Mr. Jones.
I said, who is that? Is that a kind man? Is that a good man? Is that a bad man? Is it the devil?
Maybe it's all of them at once. Maybe there ain't no devil and no kindness neither.
Oh, you is always a strange one, Horley. How is Mrs. Leclerc?
About as you'd expect.
I expect a lot. It's mighty bad business. Leclerc was a good man, a fine man.
That he was.
And this fella?
Well, that's their business.
Oh, that's the world's business. The world's business is kindness and gentleness and evil and brutality. What else is there, mister?
Well, there's a whole lot else besides. Like lust and greed and stupidity.
Oh, Mr. Jones is stupid. Oh, Jones is old. Oh, Jones has cooked himself in the sun. I know.
Get yourself something to eat.
There's fellas need help. Maybe this fella can help them.
Maybe. They're on the run.
That ain't my business. My business is what they do hereafter. That's my business.
Well, they certainly need money.
Yeah, there's always money. Money for them is as good, and money for them is not so good. But maybe they could first go see the sheriffs and see what work is afoot. I reckon, for now at least, we might as well try. The sheriff at Blackwater, he needs help. Not the fella that arrested you. That was the marshal. The police chief, he's a decent enough fella for all we know. Poor bastard is overrun, and he don't want old Jones.
There's a couple other sheriffs that need help. The fella from Valentine, he's at the Painted Sky Ranch. The Tumbleweed sheriff's at the Tumbleweed Jail, and the Blackwater sheriff, he's at Pike's Basin.
Maybe that'll show us what kind of fella this is. Go and pay them all a call. That's what I reckon.
Maybe. I guess we will see. Meet me back here after you've seen them.
Please, you got to help me.
I can't help you, mister. That's way out of my jurisdiction. My job is stopping folks from getting shot on these streets. You know that.
She's my wife. She's my goddamn wife. They'll do terrible things to her. You got to help me.
Maybe these people can help you.
Them?
Sure, why not? Most lost and kidnapped folks are found by bounty hunters and such like.
Will you help? I'll pay handsomely. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, Allison is the sweetest girl. She's quite a bit younger than me, you'll see. But better that way for wives, I found. But they took her. The outlaws, I believe. Up to Twin Rocks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
He sent you, didn't he? He sent you. Well, I'm not coming. I can't go back to him.
We're in love. Leave us be. Look, I'll give you all we have. It ain't much, but it's something. Just help us escape from here. Come on, please.
I'm not going back. Cliff, you swore. You swore I wouldn't have to go back.
They'll have to kill me to get to you. Come on, folks. Have a heart. Please. I think they're gonna help us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Come on. Wagon's outside. Money there, too.
He will have sent men to watch you people. They'll know you're trying to help us.
Then we best be quick. Whoa! Why won't he leave us alone? How many more of them we gotta kill?
He'll never leave us alone. He'll keep saying you kidnapped me until some other fool comes and kills you. Or me, or both of us.
No. We'll run. Somewhere hot. Mexico. Australia. Here. Take this. Thank you for being a decent human being. Tell him we drowned. Or got hit by a train.
Tell him to go hang himself. Tell him whatever you want. Just let us go. Cliff, isn't it all so romantic?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about it, Sheriff?
About what?
My stolen property.
Ain't much I can do about it. I ain't got the manpower to go after Bob Crawfish. Howdy.
How do? I pay your goddamn wages, me and folks like me.
I'm sorry, Mr. Arnsdale. Really, I am. But there ain't nothing I can do about this. Now without more support and funding...
Will you go for me?
Wait, what?
Go. See if you can retrieve my lawful property from some goddamn thief.
Ain't nobody knows who took your stuff, mister.
I seem like some kind of liar. Is that why you won't help me?
No, but...
Listen. Get me Bob Crawfish and his closest associates by any means necessary.
No. Not by any means necessary. Kill nobody. Ain't nobody convicted of nothing.
I was robbed. Get them and bring them to me just down from Fort Riggs Station, and you will be handsomely paid. Sheriff?
Mr. Arnsdale.
Damn that Arnsdale! Come on! Hello, Clinton.
Hello, Clinton. How have you been since we robbed you? Where's my property?
I don't rightly know what you're talking about,
Yes,
Clinton.
you do. My fine collection of Staffordshire china, gone. My paintings of scenes in Italy, gone. My collection of photographs of fairies, gone.
It's all just a big mistake.
Where are they?
We invested in them together. You owed us money.
I did no such thing. Where are my things?
In the basement of your sister's house.
My sister. Goddamn her to hell. Here. Here's your money. Kill these men, will you? In fact, don't kill them. Leave them on the tracks. Thieves!
Woo! Goddamn! For a moment, I thought you were gonna let that train ride right over us. Look, I ain't gonna pretend I like you or what you done, but you wouldn't kill a man in cold blood just on Clinton Arnsdale's say-so, so maybe you ain't all bad after all. You got what you came here for, didn't you? We all square here? Okay, we're square then. Let's go then. Our quarrel's with Clinton, not them.
You're an imbecile.
A what?
An idiot.
I'm sorry. He said he wouldn't run away.
Shut up.
But
Please!
But
just shut up! They're gonna fire me. Oh, you get to keep your job, but they'll fire me, and they've got every right to fire me, 'cause I'm the idiot who employed you. Oh, look, guests. Are you a moron, partner? Huh? Well, you can't be any worse than us, because this idiot right here, just let the most notorious con man in the whole goddamn state walk clean out of a cell, clean out, and not a shot fired. Now, if you get him back for us, we'll happily pay you. How about that? Good. Good. Now, see, what I figure is he's headed on down to Pike's Basin, so you go down the canyon and you get him, and I'm gonna beat this poor dumb bastard with a stick, and I'll try and join you on the other side. Come on.
Let me go. Let me go. I've got money. I've got a lot of money. And I'll pay. I'll pay a lot. Hey, here's an idea. Take my hat. Put it on the dead guy over there. You take him in as me. I go free. And you get rich. Oh, wait. And I won't kill anybody else. I swear. I'm reformed. I'm a changed man. Please. Please. I'm begging you. Set me free. Have a heart.
Hey there. You got him? I recognize him all right. Very good. Put him up on my horse there. That murderous bastard's killed more people than typhoid. Escaped the gallows 3 times. I'm sorry he won't face justice, but happy he's dead. That's the main thing. Folks around here can sleep a lot easier. Here's the money I promised you. Thanks for your help. Come on, boy. See you later.
There you are. How'd you get on?
He got on just fine. You know he did. What? I know he did. You see it in the sky. You smell it in the air. He ain't no saint, but he's a good un, a fine man in a nasty world. An American, I guess. Yeah. Oh, the madam picked well. Horley, this fellow'll do more than avenge her. With any luck, he'll save us all.
Oh, there ain't no luck, Mr. Jones. It's just a man's heart, not much else.
Well, he's got a good one. A fine one. Send him to help out the marshal. The whole damn place is going to shit. And we need more good fellas to let us loons rant in peace and howl at the moon in safety.
Maybe.
Oh, but don't you and the madam kill the boy with vengeance, nor kill him inside with grief.
Like you said, he's no saint. But like I always say, if you need to earn some money and stay somewhat out of trouble, go see Marshal Davies. He's supposed to stop every bastard killing innocent folk.
Of course, it's the nature of the thing that good men go bad, and bad men, some of them go good. But the marshal will see you right on that. World always needs good men, and finds it easier to birth the bad ones.
So you're Horley's proteges, huh? He sent word you was decent. I hope so. This land is full of scum. I spend most of my time thinking they're better off left to it.
Ah, they're good uns. Real good uns. Heart of pure gold.
Go away, old man. I told you to go away.
I'm going, Mr. Marshal.
I'll go.
Tom Davies, U.S. Marshal.
See? I'm going.
Been sent on a trail of a band of killers.
I'm still going.
This one, Alfredo Montez. Killed a family up near Thieves' Landing. Did some unspeakable things. He's wanted in 4 states and 2 countries. Now I think he's holed up near Manzanita Post. You take a ride with me to take a look? All right, then. Let's go. Now, I cannot be seen to get too close to any of this. I'll be causing a crime or whatever the damn law is. The thing is, well, anyway, here's Lee, the fellow we're supposed to meet.
Hello, Tom. Friends?
How's it going, Lee?
Yeah, Montez is wily. You know it and I know it. He knows we're coming, Tom. He's holed up and they're waiting for us. Place is crawling with guards, patrols, everything. It's gonna be tough, you know?
Well, that's what I pay you all for.
Paying us to do your job.
Well, I can't go and kill a man in cold blood, Lee. Not while I don't have the evidence I need. But I can turn a good old-fashioned blind eye to an unfortunate dispute that I did not see and results in the death of some undesirables, the cause of which is unknown to me and other authorities. Is that clear?
Nope, not remotely.
And that's perfect. Good luck in there.
All right, come on, let's go. You know what? All we need is the bastard's head. Come here. Okay.
How do you get on?
Just fine, just fine.
Yep.
Here's his head.
Oh. Very civilized.
Yep.
Well, this should show folks that we're willing to bring law and order any way we can. But this ain't Montez. At least it ain't Alfredo Montez. That's his brother. Here's some money. Lee, here's yours. You lot, here's yours. It's less than I promised, but more than nothing. Given that you killed the wrong brother, it's mighty generous of me. Now, let's be clear. Jorge Montez was a no-good son of a bitch with a price on his head. Only in that family was he considered a saint. All right, friends. I'll be seeing you. Maybe up in Van Horn if you have any chance. My next lead is that maybe Alfredo Montez will be there.
Kill the wrong goddamn bastard. Well, I never.
Well, these things happen, Lee. In fact, they happen more often than we like to admit. There you are. Look, I'm a marshal, so my jurisdiction ends at the city limits, even if the town in question is a no-good dump like Van Horn. I go in there, I got even less rights than you do. Any decent hoodlum knows that. Montez is in there. At least I think he is. or some of his boys are in there. So.
He's in there, Mr. Marshall, like I told ya.
This is Josie Dawson.
He's in there or his boys are. Holed up in my saloon.
We'll get your saloon back, or they will.
Thank you kindly. Now, the others said there'll be more coming down from up north. They's talking about some folks killed Jorge Montez.
Well, you go... Well, that was us. You go see if you can find the bastard. Or kill some of his men as they head into town. Do both. Just don't get caught by any law. What you're doing is highly illegal. Highly moral, too. So in my book, it's okay. I just can't do it myself. Good luck.
Well, I made some food if you're hungry.
Oh, yes, ma'am. That would be mighty fine. Oh, hey, I heard from your friend, Mr. Horley. He said thank you for helping his mistress. She and he are very grateful. Anyway, you should get going. Alfredo Montez. It's been quite a time chasing you, my friend.
I know you. I will kill you.
I think that's unlikely. A whole lot more likely is you're gonna have your neck broken while these folks here watch and laugh and say what a nasty bastard
We
you were.
shall see. $1,000 to whoever sets me free.
Well, these folks here have something money can't buy. Honor, dignity, and a sense that not everything is for sale.
And they are as foolish as you.
And they are. But they're still getting paid a fair price for a job well done.
Here they are. So, you've made it clear what kind of a fella you are. I don't judge you for it. As long as you do all I ask of you, what you do elsewhere don't bother me or my mistress one jot. But, good, bad, or indifferent, you gotta make yourself a living. This is Samson Finch.
Yep.
Mr. Finch is like you or like me. There's a bone to pick with some fellas as did him a wrong.
That I do.
Tell him about it.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Truth is, I'm a bad bastard. I lived my way, but I stuck to my word and did what I said I would, especially to them as stuck by me.
Mr. Finch has a little predicament.
I was planning a job, a good job. Thing took a goddamn year. It was gonna make me pretty rich. Then my partner went yellow and betrayed me. If you and your bunch will help me do this robbery and get back at it, well, like I said, I ain't never betrayed no one. I ain't about to start. Plus, well, this is a fine job. If I had a group I can trust, we could all do well. So you in. Now, I ain't gonna pretend it's not a nasty business. We're robbing robbers that know they're gonna get robbed. Not outlaws, the real robbers. Industrialists with deep pockets.
And good luck, everyone. But I've heard quite enough for me to join you at the gallows, should things go wrong.
How about you ride with me and I explain more about it? It's a nasty plan, but a good one. Horley, I see you around, friend.
Sure. Just try to stay out of too much trouble. I'll see you soon, I'm sure. And if you should choose to amend your ways and try a different path, well, I'm sure Mr. Jones could help guide you. A little.
Come with me, friends. There. The men who betrayed me. My old company. Holed up like the rats that they are. But it ain't just that. Revenge ain't my primary motive. My primary motive is profit. Only thing about this is we can kill two birds with one stone. If we take out the ammunition dump in the place, then there ain't no way they can blow a hole in the bank they were planning on robbing, which leaves us to do it when I can figure a way. Here's some dynamite to do the job. And if one of you gets the opportunity to kill my so-called lifelong best friend and business partner, well, that'll be fine too. I best stay here. I don't want them to know I'm behind this, much as I like to shoot every last one of them. So good luck. I'll watch how you get on.
Get on. Get on. An eye for an eye. A tooth for a tooth. A knife in the back for a knife in the back.
Go away, old man.
Nice world, Mr. Finch.
We are what we are, and what you are is a pathetic old man.
So it goes. But remember, you don't have to be like this. There's more than one way to earn a buck. Oh, and I saw your friend Horley. He said to say thank you for attending to his business. Said you'd understand. Not sure I do.
Like I said, good luck. I'll watch how you get on. Thank you. Thank you very much. Here's some cash to keep you going. That bastard's death makes my life much easier. Now we won't have the army going after the same banks as we are, if we can ever get the planning of it. I'll be in touch if I can.
And I'll be in Blackwater, and your bounty will be in any sheriff's office.
I said away with you, old bastard.
Ah, you'll hear me in your sleep, Finch. Madam, I implore you to be sensible.
Oh, I am being sensible. I swore I would kill them, each and every one of them. From the way I see it, I will do. I'm afraid my mind's made up.
But Mrs. Leclerc, Teddy Brown, he's just a second-rate, common, no-good horse thief. You kill him and the rest of his boys, well, you'll wind up in jail, or worse. And we will never find out who killed your husband. You know it, and I know it.
I believe Teddy Brown killed my husband.
If he did so, he did it on behalf of his sister, her husband, or Jeremiah Shaw.
Perhaps,
Besides,
but...
he's holed up in there, besieged by marshals.
Marshals? What good did a marshal ever do anyone?
That's why we'll send in our professionals to get the job done, and no one will know you had anything to do with it. It's too early to show your hand, madam.
Okay.
You, come with me. And remember, these are the people that put you in jail, so don't overly concern yourself with pity. Madam, stay here, please. How you getting on, Marshal?
Well, that bastard is holed up tight as he can be. I've already had 2 men shot since last we spoke.
That's too bad. Luckily, I brought in the cavalry, so to speak.
You have, huh?
Yes. My associates. And what's more, I think I found a way of ensuring they don't get themselves shot. Like your deputies. Put those on.
Teddy Brown is a bad man.
One of the worst.
But there's folk in Blackwater, powerful folk, who asked my boss to get me to leave them alone.
I can imagine. Amos Lansing and Jeremiah Shaw, perhaps?
I don't know. Maybe. My lord! Look at you!
I read about this. Australian, I believe. Always wanted to see if it works.
My friends, let me take you up. Come on.
Bring us Teddy Brown. Dead or alive.
You think I'm afraid of you fools? God damn you! God damn you!
No! God damn you, Teddy Brown!
Hello, Mrs. Leclerc.
Who killed my husband? Who killed my husband?
Your husband? That little milksop? Oh, I guess I imagined he was your brother. No woman would ever marry his kind. Oh. I did kill him. I did it. And he was begging for his life. Pathetic, really.
Who put you up to it? Who?
Lady, that's none of your damn business.
Then I guess we'll kill the lot of them. That's 1 down, 3 to go. Mr. Horley, pay our friends for their service.
Thank you. We shall be in touch.
There you are. Still a good soul, huh? That's nice. Real nice. But your new friend, the Marshal, he's having problems. More problems. With your even newer friend, Montez. They're in the sheriff's office in Valentine. He asked me to ask you if you can bring a goddamn posse and come armed. Can you do that? Yeah, I thought you could. Best get going.
Tom, who are they?
Well, they're with me.
Let me go.
Tom, not to put too fine a point upon
And
it.
I'll let you all
but we
live.
are in deep shit. Pardon my language. Now, he's talking sense.
We're all adults here, Bob.
Sure as shit is shit. They'll be back until they freed Montez, and we and every decent person in this town is dead.
You know what, Bob? Montez. I'm a man of many contradictions. I've thought long and hard about a speech about ethics, about responsibility, about rule of law. Then I decided I'd just do this and hang the consequences.
You killed him.
No shit. So that's one less problem we gotta worry about. Now, what was the real problem in this town?
His boys will be back to kill us all.
Well, then we better get prepared. I'm afraid this isn't over yet. There. Here, Lord.
Tom, you and your friends saved my town.
And Montez died in the conflict.
Exactly. He, died in the conflict. Thank you. Thanks to all of you.
In towns, it's the sheriffs that run things. We help out where we can. Thank you. You've been a great help in all this business. It's been my pleasure. I hope to see you again. Not too soon, I hope.
Well, thanks again.
They're gonna hang young Tom Davies. Your friend, the marshal. Hang him for being your friend and doing good in a bad world. Montez's boys gonna teach goodness a lesson. Teach law a lesson. Tell order it don't exist no more in this chaos of a world. They got him in Tumbleweed, and they're gonna lynch him. Or they're gonna lure you in there and lynch all you. Guess you'll have to figure that out. Get!
Listen here. These two men are killers. The worst kind of killers. The kind that hide behind the law. So today, Marshal Davies and Sheriff Freeman are going to get what's coming. Do it.
If I could do it, I'd kill him again.
Do it!
Tom! I wasn't sure about you, Mr. Jones. But then you went and saved my neck.
Well, I ain't gonna make a habit of it.
All of you, thank you. I mean it, thank you.
Yes, thank you. I don't like requiring help, but this time I did. Marshal Davies, all of you, thank you.
Ain't that fine? I was thinking we should leave before Montez's ghost decides to pay us any further visits.
So you are a good fella, Mr. Jones.
Me? No, never. I just like watching what other folks is, that's all.
There's a word for fellas like you.
Wise? Is that the word? Come, Marshal. Help me get home. Been quite enough excitement for a clapped-out old fool well past his best for one day.
Friends, I'll see you again, I hope. But next time, under better circumstances, I trust.
Ah, there you are. And alive and flourishing, I see.
You weren't wrong, Horley. These bastards know how to fight.
I believe so. Now, my mistress wanted me to thank you for your attention to her business. I'm sure there'll be more, but for now, goodbye, and good luck, if luck is what you need.
My friends, we're nearly ready. Just one more thing. We're going to need an express company stagecoach. An express company stagecoach and some uniforms. There's a stage outside the jail in Strawberry, and there'll be some uniforms and a supply wagon out on the road nearby. You all go do that, and I'll go get some supplies, and we'll meet back here. It don't take too long. Well, you did it. Good. You got everything. Well done. We're almost ready. So, meet me in Saint Denis when you can, and we will finish this thing one way or another. Now, if I'm right, we should be all set. And listen, usually I am right. Well, not always. Otherwise, I'll be doing this with my so-called best friend. Instead of think about what he did to me and the fact that we killed him. Only banks don't rob themselves, so let's get ready. You can go get changed behind the gallows there. And by the way, Horley came by. I said you was acquitting yourselves. Well, well, well. You certainly look the part. Bank manager will see you pull up in the stage dressed like that, and he'll think you're from the express company. Let you right into the vault. Then it's happening. You blow the safes, or crack them if you don't want to make a noise. Empty the bonds out of them, and run to meet me back there in the cemetery. Oh, and one more thing. The manager keeps some more bonds in his desk. We'll need them too. God willing, I'll see you all shortly.
There! Shoot the horses!
We did it. We did it. We're home free. Here's where I stab you all in the back. I'm joking. Here's where we go our separate ways and remember each other fondly. You stick to your code and kill any bastards who don't.
I'm so glad you came. Thank you.
It seems your efforts have not been entirely in vain, but have produced some rather surprising results. Well, not surprising, but...
Confusing. Confusing. After castigating me as a widow, a harlot, a fool, a mad woman, anything and everything. Suddenly, shortly after we killed his brother-in-law, Amos Lansing wants to talk. He sent word via an intermediary.
Mr. Jones.
Even that crazy old fool said not to trust any of it.
Which is why we need you. You're to help keep Mrs. Leclerc protected during the meeting at Blackwater.
I shouldn't imagine they would kill us in broad daylight, but you never know. I never imagined they'd kill my husband, nor turn me into a fugitive. Anyway, friends, shall we go? Today may go any number of ways, but I want to make sure once the shooting starts, all of them end up dead.
One of you drive the wagon, the other keep guard.
Thank you. All of you. This means... well, it means something. I don't know exactly what yet, but...
I don't think any of us think Mr. Lansing has become a saint, madam, but perhaps we should hear him out.
Perhaps.
Take this. I'll be back. Let's go. Well, hello, darling.
Good to see you, Mr. Lansing.
You too. Jessica! How lovely to see you. Why, it's been
A long time? No, it hasn't. Not compared with all eternity.
Oh, Jessica, I miss Philip every day. It's awful what happened to him. Quite terrible, but you seem... My dear, you seem under the misapprehension that I had something to do with his demise.
You, your wife, or your business partner. At least one of you did. And your brother-in-law. But he's dead.
Well, he was a bad man. I'm glad he was killed.
Sure. It cleans up your mess, doesn't it?
You don't seem quite well, my dear.
I'm not. I am destroyed with grief.
Oh, of course. Yeah, life can be terrible, but, well, there is a business matter that we need to discuss.
Oh, sure there is.
Well, you see, he and I had an agreement. In the event one of us died, the other took control of the business in exchange for a nominal sum.
You lie, sir.
You signed last year. The document lies with Mr. Shaw there. He also has your money, $500.
My husband's property was worth 100 times that. You thief! You murderous thief!
Madam Leclerc, I will ask you to watch your manners. I have good standing in this town.
Oh, you do you?
I am a man of impeccable morality.
Oh, well, then you have little to fear of death. You god-awful swine!
This is a good spot. Pull up. I'll take it from here. Here are the documents, madam. They were forged.
Of course they were forged.
Here.
I don't need to see them.
No, I don't suppose you do. Although there's
Grace Lansing, but she will have to wait. And also, we have to decide how we're going to clear all our names and extricate ourselves from the mess we have uncovered.
Not sure the state authorities take too kindly to revenge killings, madam.
No, I'm sure they don't. But that's a problem for another day. Because right now, that little plot is over. And my husband has been avenged. My friends, my true friends, I owe you more than words can say. Thank you. And should our paths cross again, and, well, I'm sure they may. But right now, I need to make myself scarce. And I recommend that you all do your best not to get into too much additional trouble. That's your business. My poor husband, he deserves so much better than this, but this is what he got. This is what we all got. Drive on, Mr. Hawley.
Right there. Are you here to cause trouble or to help me out? Because I've got more than enough trouble, my friend. So, if you intend on annoying me, let me know now so we can step outside. Spare one of us the trouble. Am I making myself understood? Good. I'll tell you, this whole county is not too keen on civilization. but they will be. If I have to string 9 out of 10 up, the 10th who remain will live calm and peaceful lives. Calm, peaceful lives where their main form of entertainment is public executions. So be it. I am not a man to be annoyed by the unjust and the uncivilized. Again, for the record, am I being clear? Good. Now, if you're looking to help out a poor town teetering on the abyss, I'm always looking for guns to help out. In fact, let me see. Right now, there's some wagons outside, need escorting through some dangerous country. Decent fellas. I wish the world were different, but until we make it so, it won't be. Good day to you.
What do you want? I said, what the hell do you want? You want work? You want work? Sorry, kind of jumpy. Right now, kind of on edge, you know? But to be clear, I didn't do it. Folk lie, you know, make shit up. Don't add up. Why would I kill him? Don't make sense. I didn't. And I wouldn't. And you got my word on that. Honest. I'm not a liar. Anyway, you friends with Micah? With Cleet? With Samson Finch? Well, don't matter much. As long as you keep your mouth shut. And don't lie. Folk talk a whole heap of shit. I swear I hardly knew the bastard. But this fella and his bunch, degenerates and liars. If you kill him, maybe I can walk free again. Like a gentleman, you know? Good. They're over at Fort Brennan.
Hold it right there. You looking for work? Or you come to kill me? Listen, kidnapping ain't nothing nice. We all know that. But nor is talking lies about business associates. That ain't nice neither. I'm an honest-to-goodness businessman. Well, I would be if I could just get ahead. Listen, this situation, it'll help me get ahead, and it'll help you as they'll pay you. This fella right here, Jackson James. He'll be on a stagecoach coming from Saint Denis. Take him. And if he's traveling with anyone, take them too. You'll earn a bunch of money, and it might calm him down a little and teach him some manners. Good. That's what I like to see.
What the fuck, buddy? What the fuck do you want, huh? What is it? You want to get yourself killed or something, huh? I don't like getting surprised. Shit. You looking for? You looking for work? That it? I know the type, eh? Strong, silent, real frightening. Still waters run deep. That type of shite, is it? I've temporarily lost me friends. It's a fucking disaster. I had them. I went away for a couple of days on a killing of a bastard I owed a killing to. Good man. Yeah, and I lost the folk I ride with. Big bunch. Not like you lot. No, we lived like sultans in our fucking tents. I'll find them again. I've lost them before, you know. Once it was for 3 months it was. That's how it goes, I guess. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. Murder and mayhem. Now, I don't like to kill innocent folk myself. Gives me a real nasty feeling inside. But these bastards, well, I don't know how innocent these bastards are. There's a stage, runs out of Aurora Basin. I heard a fella say it's laden with silver. I can't rob it. And I can't guarantee someone else isn't going to try. But it'd be a rotten shame to let it pass by. Anyways, on with yous.
So I heard you was a proper bastard who knew other bastards, that you were efficient and unpleasant and could get things done and for a fair price. Is that right? Good. Good. Because let me be clear, I am the biggest bastard you're ever gonna meet. James Langton. Mess with me and you'll be begging me to kill you. But, you do right by me, I'll have a few things for you. Okay. Let's put you to the test. There's this fella needs killing. Name is Ace Burr. His crime is my business. If you care, he killed a rich man in a card game down Saint Denis last month, fled up here. Usual nonsense. But I've been paid to kill him, so I'm paying you to do it for me. If you care. But I'm hoping you're the kind of realist that knows you cannot afford to care. Because those are the kind of people that get things done in this world. Anyway, go find him. He's up somewhere near Two Crows, and put a bullet in the bastard's head. I'm usually here if you're looking for more work.
Can I help you? Oh, please don't tell me you've come a-robbing. I haven't got the time. Or you're just looking for work. Talkative one, ain't ya? We're trying to get packed up. My father wants to go on a trip, avoid the illness that's plaguing the county. He's never run away from anything in his life. At least that's the way he tells it. And now this. Mabel, please pack all my dresses and both the guns.
Yes, Miss McFarland.
Sweet girl. But to call her a village idiot would be unkind to most idiots.
Miss McFarland?
Yes, Amos?
The wagon, it's gone.
Gone where, precisely?
Well, we don't know. That's what gone means. It means that you cannot find it.
Well, actually, on point of order, it doesn't, but let's not get lost in semantics. Any clue as to where it might be?
I suppose maybe Jimmy used it to take his mother to the doctor. He was riding through some nasty country.
God damn it. Excuse me. Amos, get on with the milking.
Yes, Miss McFarland.
You wouldn't mind trying to find this damn wagon, would you? I'll pay you handsomely. We're very short-handed right now. Thank you. Thank you very much. And good luck.
It's for my nerves. Bad nerves, really bad nerves. I'm not a bad fella. Well, not that bad. But what are you looking at? Well, folks always stare or screw you over. It's one or the other I find. Which are you? A stare or a backstabber? Hoping just to stare. Say, you want to help me out? Go find this snake. His name is Ian Carmichael. Great guy. My best friend. Best buddies we was. Totally stole my goddamn girl. Stole Shaky's girl, he did. I trusted him. He stole her. I'll pay. But you gotta kill this bastard for me, will you? Go on then.
Okay. Well, let's get a look at you. I told the woman I had some work, but I was hoping, well, who knows what I was hoping. They called me the boy. Pretty big, ain't you? Slow, I bet, too. I bet I could have 3 in you before you even blinked. That's why I'm the boss and you're the lackey. I do everything twice as fast as everybody else. At 15, I've done more than most men at 30. If I make it to 30, I bet I'll be president. You can take that to the bank. Now, what was I talking about? Work. That was it. Fellas I know got to run them with the law. They got caught robbing a stage. There's a posse after them. They're going down to Linde. Get them out of there. I'll pay you, okay? Make this lackey thing official. How's about that? All right? Good. Go get after them, lackey. Come on. That's the spirit. Go.
Let's get a look at you. I don't see so good. Jiminy, I'd raise you in this house, there'd be some meat on them bones. You want some of Mama Watson's stew? No, I suppose you ain't got time for eating. Job's a prison wagon. Some of them Russell boys been caught. They need sprung, and sprung sooner rather than later. You'll find them on the road outside Strawberry. Get along now. We'll see what you're made of. Quick as you can. Oh, dear.
What you want? You're just standing there, looking pretty. You gonna introduce yourself? Eh? You one of those cabrones got busted out of prison. Come to Flaco looking for work. Okay, but can I trust you? Like, how do I know you're not a... How do you say? Una rata. Stay on your toes, eh? I made you, Joe. You got people vouching for you. I give you a chance. You find these people been causing me trouble around Lake Isabella. Maybe we get on okay. There ain't room for another gang up here. Understand? Now go. Go on. Get out of here before I try and shoot you again. Cabrones.
Hey, what the hell do you want? You come to rob me? Or what? Or what? Help, maybe. Good. Because, well, we keep getting robbed.
Oh, wait, it's cold out there. Who are you?
Just here to help.
What's going on? I don't trust drifters, not a one of them.
We gotta trust somebody, Sadie.
Well, I better be able to trust you. Because I swear, you try to rob us or steal from us, I'll kill you. I don't care what he says.
Quite a woman, my wife. So, we lost our wagon. I think it was stolen. And I'm scared to go out looking in case this place gets robbed. But I'll pay. I'll pay decent for it. It's over near Lake Isabella.
We really would appreciate the help.
You sure would. Be safe now.
Did Mrs. T send you? No, well, it's quite a long story, quite dull. The truth is, I just can't take it anymore. Oh, no, that's not the truth. I don't know the bloody truth. I'm lost. I'm a lost soul, my friend. She's a wonderful woman. I love them all. I'm just... I don't know what I am. That's the problem. But I need your help. It's perfectly legal. Well, that's a fib. It should be perfectly legal. It's horse flesh. Valuable horse flesh, owned by awful people. Mrs. Catherine Braithwaite, wretched person, owns a wonderful horse. And I know someone who will pay top dollar for it. If you were to steal it from her groom at Braithwaite Manor and deliver it to these funny horse traders in Scarlet Meadows. Well, is that a yes? Well, off you go then. Bon voyage.
You sack of shit. Get out of here or I'll blow us all to hell. Wait a second. You one of them breakouts from Siska, ain't you? Oh, hell, why didn't you just say so? I'm Black Belle, but I suppose you already know that, don't you? Thought she was a bounty hunter. Bounty hunters I can't abide. Had a couple of them pick up some of my boys just the other day, and now they're on their way to Rhodes to hang. Y'all wouldn't like some work, would you? Well, that's good. You can go stop their transport wagon and break them boys out. From what I hear, you should know how that works. They're coming into Rhodes from the east. Now run along. Only so long before them boys got rope round their necks.
I'm guessing you ain't here for no crawfish. Which means you heard I might have some work. I ain't gonna ask no questions about you. Between the gators and the other unsavory characters about, me and mine, well, we can use all the help we can get. I don't know how we ended up here.
But here's where we are. This is home. Now, you can't be no fisherman without no boat. Now, can you? There's some mean old fellas up at McComb's Inn. They got mine, and they ain't gonna give it back to me neither. You collect it, I'd be obliged. It's just down to Kamasi. Real obliged. I swear.
Oh, hey! Hey, don't worry. It's all right. No such thing as a stranger here. Timmy, come on down there. We got company.
See, I told you I heard something. Well, ain't this a rare treat? Are you hungry? There's some stew in the pot. Someone let his plate go cold, didn't he?
Now I wonder just how I got so distracted, sweetie pie.
Stop it. Hey, I figure we got ourselves a strong, silent type here, Bray. Might be just the person we need for you-know-what.
Yes. Yes. I think you might be right. You see, there's some folk who done us wrong, some bad folk. Took advantage of our warm hospitality and disrespected Tammy here. And then just gone away.
What do you think with the extra curve?
Yeah. That is nice. Real silky. Now, we're just simple farmers, but someone like yourself might see fit to apprehending said folk and return them here to us for some reckoning of the situation. We'd pay them real well.
And we can be real grateful.
Oh. Now, last we heard, they was fixing to take a stagecoach north from Saint Denis towards Van Horn. Well, I think that's a yes. Ain't this just a day to be thankful for? You know what? I think I'm gonna finish off the stew.
Oh, it'll be stone cold by now.
Oh, nonsense. Well, I would eat your meat off a dirty floor, princess. You know that.
Well, looky here. You come here to rob me, you ain't gonna get much. Life's pretty simple out here. Only thing I got worth taking, well, some old stories. And those ain't everyone's taste, neither. You know, folks like to come out here, lend a hand time to time. And I'll pay 'em for it when I can. You see, this old leg here, well, to be more precise, the lacking of it, prevents me from taking care of things the way I like to. What do you say? You want to help an old man out with what's vexing him? All right. So here it is. Supply wagon's supposed to make its way up here. Got caught in an ambuscade. Now here they got it and all the supplies out near 6 Points cabin. You can bring it back for us, why, these coming months might not be so hard on certain folk. Thank you. You try not to be causing any casualties if you can. Ending lives when it can be avoided, well, that ain't gonna make you too proud in your old age. I know that only too well. So long. Good luck.
Thank you for agreeing to meet with me. Perhaps you have already guessed what I wish to discuss. The word capitale does not mean anything to you? Huh. For some time now, the organization that I represent has been using a unique system of exchange for our more sensitive business dealings. This we call capitale. Private bonds with their value guaranteed by the reputation and considerable resources of my employer. It's a more civilized way of doing things. Until every cutthroat and gutter trash got their filthy hands on them, it cannot be allowed to continue. The value of capitale depends on a certain exclusivity. Understand? Come. I don't know how much you have heard of our ambitious new Senator, Anton Ricard. He's an officious, naive man who has yet to learn how politics work. about his grand plans to make Lemoyne the star of the next year's state fair in Sacramento. He has also been making life very difficult for us. Come on. Excuse me for a moment.
Oh, forgive me, Signor. I thought we'd be meeting alone.
Who is this?
He was just arrested by one of my men in the old quarter. I thought you might be interested to see what they found in his possession.
How did you come by this? You stole it, yes?
No, no. Please, Senor Martelli.
Do not speak my name, porco.
I found it. I swear to you, I did.
On your knees.
I did. I found it. I did.
On your knees.
I swear to you. No, please.
Where did you steal it?
I promise you that I didn't steal.
I will ask you only one more time. Where did you steal it?
From some of the Cornwall's boys. Leviticus Cornwall.
Thank you, Chief. I trust this man will face the full penalty of the law.
Most assuredly, Signor.
Good. Proceed.
Was there, anything else?
No, I think that was enough, don't you?
Yes, sir.
So, to my proposition. You will find beads like that one as far from here as New Austin, if you know where to look. I need every piece of Capitale taken out of circulation and returned to me. I warn you, some of this work will require a strong constitution. In return, I will reward you with a unique business opportunity involving our friend, Senator Ricard. But that is for later. I wish to see the quality of your work before I reveal my hand. I'm sure you understand. Now, it is best we do not meet again. All further communication will be through my intermediaries. Some of them are friends of yours already. I believe Mr. Foreman, Mr. Langton. In any case, bring them enough Capitale to impress me, and I assure you it will be worth your while. Now, if you excuse me, buona caccia.
You know, you and me, we ain't the only crooks Martelli's got hunting down Capitale. But here's the trouble with employing thieves to steal from thieves. You're never sure whose side they're on. Now, I happen to know a pickpocket gang in Saint Denis. Martelli has them raiding some businesses in the dock. Only these boys been keeping any Capitale they find for themselves. That there's a mistake and a golden opportunity. Find the thief, take what they got. Word is, Martelli likes the way you handled them boys down at the docks. Way I see it, here's our chance to take their place. Seems some of these merchants working out of Saint Denis are no friends of the good Signor. Been stashing Capitale left and right. Now I say we don't get fancy. They got stock down at the harbor. Stock burns. And when whoever's in charge shows up, Martelli wants them alive. And I'm betting they got Capitale to spare. Sometimes it's too damn easy.
Hey! What the hell's going on here?
Tell me, you ever seen a ship go up in flames? It's quite a sight, I assure you. Now don't worry, I ain't gonna ask you to light the fuse. Martelli's making his move against the competition down at the docks. Boat called the Antenor. But I know something he don't. They got people waiting. Serious people. If they caught Martelli's man, get him out. Get him home. And make sure to have a look around. I guarantee you there's Capitale on board somewhere. Here's to good hunting.
Railroads, my friend. A civilizing force, folks say. But it ain't always so. Is it civilized not to pay your dues? Not to show respect to Signor Martelli? Or more to the point, to me? The Central Union Railroad has failed those tests. You will interrupt their supply chain, civilize them. If they're foolish enough to be sitting on Capitale, it's yours. Now go.
Hello? Tommy, you there?
Now, here's the thing. You'd have thought those folks at Central Union Railroad would have understood such a clear and unambiguous message. Not so. It seems we must repeat ourselves. And this time, our meaning must not be in doubt. Hit their convoy. Hit their supply train. Take what you want. Capitale included, of course. I'm sure you'll make yourself clear. Kidnapping. There's a word with certain connotations. Hell, I seen men jig for it. But that ain't what this is. This is a business meeting between Signor Martelli and the director of the Central Union Railroad. Now, the director might not find time to attend. You talk to his foreman. Make time in his schedule. Arrange his transport. Handle his Capitale for him. Sure, he'll appreciate it. You take care now.
You know, I've been scratching my head about this Capitale business. Hear me out. Old Fartsmilly uses this stuff for some good old-fashioned black marketeering, right? Pure off the books. But his fellow black marketeers being what they are, they keep a slice of the pie for themselves. No surprises there. And we get paid to take it off the riffraff and give it back to the boy in the fancy suit. Fine. It's what happens next that interests me. 'Cause sure, the whole cycle is just gonna repeat itself. Your man can't expect anything less, which means unless I'm sitting on the wrong end of the stick altogether, this is a full-time, permanent contract for us. How about that? Anyhow, back to the riffraff. Got some leads over for you in Saint Denis. Go shake 'em down, as they say. Here's a train of thought for you to follow. All this Capitale we're hunting. It's out there getting stolen and traded in every den of sin and vice from here to Timbuktu, correct? So, by the laws of economics, it'll gradually sink down to the lowest, filthiest point in the whole black market. Or as the locals call it, Van Horn. Now, it turns out there's one other genius out there who's had the same thought as yours truly. One of Martelli's competitors in the big city. Bootleggers by trade. They supply the saloon up in Van Horn, and they're using that position to harvest all the Capitale in town. They're going up today for another collection, which is a coincidence, because so are you. Don't be late now. You know what I like about this Capitale work? You see all sorts of places along the way. Get to rob all kinds of folk. Real diverse, like. One day you're holding your nose, trying not to cut your finger up in Van Horn. And the next day, you're off to the Bastille Saloon in Saint Denis. And by next day, I mean today. And by you, I mean, well, you. Now, by all reports, the owner of Bastille runs a squeaky clean establishment. That should be your first clue something isn't right. Turns out he's been dealing a little Capitale on the side, running an exchange for the society pals. It's only fair I warn you, though. Your name's getting connected to this whole business. Could be waiting for you. Nothing you can't handle, I'm sure.
All right. Now, this here's a strange one. Feller goes by the name of Blue Water John. Musician. Plays the guitar. But that wasn't always so. He used to run with a gang that tried to double-cross our friend Signor Martelli. Now, Martelli figures they owe him, and I figure there's Capitale bound up in this somewhere if you look in the right places. Just be careful of this guitar man. Word is he ain't right. Both eyes open, You understand? So, you found out where Blue Water John's gang are holed up? Good. About time we paid him a visit. From what I hear, gonna be some rich pickings. And a good chance of finding some capitale along the way. But remember, there's a debt. And it ain't owed to you. It's owed to Martelli. I advise you pay him first and take what's left. Who knows? Maybe old Blue Water's gonna write a song about you one day. Well, I got good news and bad news, friend. Good news is I found us a lead on some more capitale. Bad news is who's sitting on it. Blue Water John. Looks like he held out on you last time. Got a stash all of his own. I done some asking around. Seems everyone else reckons this thread ain't worth pulling. Folks say he deals in souls. Me? I don't much believe in souls. Question is, do you?
Dear hazy moon, eyes blind by hazy moon, the soul I sowed was a soul they stole, truth untuned. Yeah, I won't pretend this devil's hand. I got my revenge. Yours truly, Blue Water Man.
I tell you how I know this Capitale business gonna make us money. If Leviticus Cornwall thinks it's worth stealing, it's worth something. So Senor Martelli is taking steps, part trade war, part real war. Obviously, we can't much help with the trade war. Martelli sent some men after a Cornwall wagon. Make sure the raid goes to plan. You find Capitale, you keep it. Godspeed. There's men who know when to throw in their cards. And then there's those who make a mistake and double down. Leviticus Cornwall is of this latter persuasion. He has decided to raise the stakes against Senor Martelli. He has a refinery in the heartlands. You will show him he has made a costly bet. Oblige him to fold. There will be Capitale there, too, if you can find it. Off you go. You can spot a guilty man by what he does when he's cornered. Leviticus Cornwall has elected to run. Sure sign of a bad conscience. Seems he's taken what Capitale he has left out of the country. Through the freight yard in Saint Denis. I suggest you make it look like a regular robbery. Steal a boat or some such. I trust your conscience is clear.
You ever heard of Jeb Phelps? Nah, me neither. Well, hardly anyway. Supposed to be some pure reprobate, face like a half-eaten pie. You know, the kind of fella that gives us well-intentioned criminals a bad rap. Well,
Seems whoever he was running with had enough of his shite and traded him for 30 pieces of silver. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why should you care? Well, here's why. Jeb's old gang are sitting on a whole load of capitali and some other trinkets besides. So, how about we spring Jeb? Use him to go after his old gang stash. Who knows? Maybe he'll make a nice wee friend along the way. Just keep him at a safe distance as you go, you know? Well, if it ain't the scourge of Van Horn, heard you and Mr. Phelps made a right mess of the place. Not that you can tell to look at it, most likely. The point is, you earned his trust. And that puts you one step closer to his stash, capitali and all. Just gotta keep the pressure up on his old friends. Now, one of them, Senior Boyo, he's gone to ground up near Butcher Creek. Should be easy to smoke him out. Just go and let your antisocial side take care of it. Whenever he shows up, just get him to Jeb in one piece. Not that he'll stay in one piece for long after that. But in the meantime, he'll tell Jeb where the old stash is, and that there is your chance. Well, my friend, if you ever found yourself wondering what the end of the road looks like, you're about to get a good look at it. Courtesy of your friend Jeb Phelps. This boy's determined to go out with a bang. Last seen, headed up towards Ansburg, with the law in his tail. I'd say he could use a hand, wouldn't you? But now, listen, don't be going soft on him. A friend in need and all that. But business comes first. And our business is that old stash of his. Money, capitale, you name it, it'll be there. Now, it's possible this lifelong deceiver and miscreant will choose to share it with you, out of the kindness of his heart. But if I were you, I'd have a backup plan for when push comes to, shoot.
Senator Ricard. You recall we spoke of him? The man who has so foolishly been trying to make his reputation at the expense of my employer. He wishes to put himself and his beloved Lemoyne in the headlines of next year's Centennial State Fair in Sacramento. And he has devised quite the centerpiece. 3 of the world's most famous jewels brought together for a single exhibit. Except, we will ensure they never meet. One by one, as they are taken west, you will find them, you will procure them, and if you value my friendship as highly as you should, you will bring them to me.
Okay. Now, old Joe will dance. Take your goddamn capitale to the Italian. There, take it. After all you done, whatever it is, better be good.
Today's prize, the Covington Emerald. It was found some years ago on the island of Guam and procured by Mr. Luther Covington, the steel magnate. Like all your philanthropists, Mr. Covington is hungry for publicity, so he was only too happy to offer his prize jewel to the state's fair. It is traveling west by train under the protection of the Saint Denis Police Department. You should expect the area to be under very careful guard, though I recommend you speak to the station clerk.
All right. I'll hold my nose and get this stinking capitale to the Italian. There. I didn't open it, if that's what you think. I ain't stupid.
Today's prize, the Ember of the East. A flawless ruby, quite unique. Its color has been described as that of blood fresh from a deep wound. The stone is said to exert a potent influence on those around it, breeding jealousy, fear, even violence. 12 have died trying to obtain it. I trust you will not be the 13th. The jewel has just made landfall in Annisburg under heavy guard, though where exactly it is being held, you will need to discover for yourself.
All right. I'll take your precious stash to the Italian. There you go. Hope it's worth it. Just remember, old Joe got you where you are.
Today's prize, the diamond. Il Sovrano. Pale yellow, so big you could not close it in your fist. If you believe the stories, it was stolen from a temple in India, and tragic fates have since befallen its owners. For Senator Ricard, we gave the Kurds a little assistance. Yes, a consortium of your southern nobility have paid handsomely for the privilege of hosting the stone in the roads before it travels west. Tonight, the senator's representative comes to collect it. You will ensure that it never enters his possession.
I thought you said they'd be here.
That's what I thought.
Is this them?
Nope. Well, there they are in the wagon. That's her.
Whoa there. You all looking for the Twin Rocks gang?
Isn't everybody?
I got them for you. In the back. Go ahead. Count them up. They're all there.
God damn. 1, 2, 2.5.
Let me get you your money. That's something. Bringing all them boys in, you know.
Bounty hunting ain't so hard. Any fool can do it.
I ain't so sure.
How about you there? You fool enough to try? Become a bounty hunter? There's a board up at most every jailhouse and post office. The sheets going up regular. All you need is a license, which the sheriff will sell you. You can take down a poster and go. Alive, get you full price. Dead, a little less. You go after one of the big ones, I'll tell you what I know about them, as a favor. The worst that can happen is they kill you.
There's only 9. I counted them twice.
There was 10 when I pulled up. I know you're hiding out there. You got 10 seconds to turn yourself in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
No.
2,
No, please.
1.
Please, no.
There's your 10.
Clean it up, Archibald.
If it ain't all here, I will be back.
I'm sure you will.
That one there might want a bounty hunting license. Help him out, won't you?
That true? You want a license? You want to get registered, you're gonna have to say. Well, do you or don't you? Here you go, then. You are now permitted to use all appropriate force in the apprehension of outlaws in these states. You are a bounty hunter. Good luck.
Okay, this crazy son of a bitch, Virgil Edwards, the Shepherd, leader of a sect called the Seventh Generation, who believe mankind's about to face its final reckoning. A sadist with a silver tongue who's been gathering lost souls from far and wide, promising eternal salvation. He's gone to ground, hasn't been seen in months, but folk been saying he's put out a call to arms for some kind of mass cleansing of sin. Groups of his followers are camped out in Roanoke Ridge, north of Annisburg, waiting for their shepherd to appear and show them the way. Maybe one of them has some information that'll lead you to...
Surprised you brought him in breathing. More mercy than most. Here's what you do.
Gene Bo Finley. Damn, I'm starting to wish I'd kept this fool for myself. Rich dandy who read one too many dime novels, out there trying to play outlaws with the big boys. Loves himself just as much as his daddy clearly didn't. Spent his inheritance rounding up the best gunmen money can buy, but they don't give a damn about Bo. Their only job is to make him look good, get his name in the newspapers. He and some of his fancy rifle club friends have taken over the old mansion at Shady Belle. Lots of guards, lots of weapons. Nothing but the best for young Bo.
Seems someone's time is all but spent. Cell's open. Here's your due.
Oh, yes. Carmela Montez. Sweet, innocent little Carmela. Looks like butter wouldn't melt in her mouth, but make no mistake, this is one stone-cold killer. Vicious as all hell. And by the time you realize, you'll already be dead. Can't think of an outlaw who's dropped more bodies than Carmela the past 6 months, and she ain't lost a wink of sleep over it. Got a big bunch of Del Lobos running with her now. Moved them out of New Austin into West Elizabeth, sticking up coaches, robbing, and murdering. Last I heard, they're holed up at Hanging Dog Ranch in Big
Looky
Valley.
here. Dog brought me a bone. Cells are downstairs. Here's what's yours.
Mr. Philip Carlier. I don't know where to start with this one. I remember when his poster first went up. Mild-mannered, they said. Well, they all are, until they ain't. I might have even looked for him too, but none of us could find him. It sounds like they spotted him in the swamps. If that's where he's been, on the run all this time, then God help him. Ain't much in the way of company out there, or much that won't try and eat you or put you on a pike. Got to ask what years of that might have done to his mind.
You're here. You're here. Oh, thank heavens you're here. See, I've been here for, must be years, trapped. See, I thought no one would ever come. Philip Carlier, the Castile Cotton Company chief clerk. But, I'm sure you already know that, given why you're here. My, can't imagine how it must look. Oh, no time for any of that. Now, if you'll just let me... Oh, I was so hoping for someone to share this with. Comes on rather strong the first time, does it not?
Rehabilitation might be beyond them, but we may hope. Well, that's what they were, and not a penny more.
The Wolf Man. You heard about him? Sounds like a tall tale, don't it? A man living up there with the wolves. I wish it was. He's a real-life monster, and one that needs hunting down and... Well, one of the two ways it can go. Go up to Lake Isabella and look around those parts. You don't freeze to death, you might just find him. Be warned, though, like most things wild, I expect he'll be skittish. His wolves, on the other hand, might not be. This little son of a bitch, Cecil Tucker. His crime was cowardly, killing good folks in their sleep, and he's been a coward ever since, running off and hiding out. But I'll tell you what, if your crimes are heinous enough, they're gonna catch up with you. I hear he went to the Lemoyne Raiders over near Fort Brennan, hoping they'd protect him. And most probably they will.
I'm glad you brought them in alive. They're gonna stand trial. All right, take your money.
Bear baiting Yukon Nick. Why, shit. I knew his ways would catch up with him someday. He's a trapper, but maybe more like a feudal lord, way he runs that country up there. It's medieval, I tell you. Anyone wants to trade fur near Nick, they got to be ready for a fight. So I guess that's what happened to get him in trouble. They sent a marshal up there to speak to him a few days ago. Been captured, most like. Don't let that happen to you.
Usually, Marshal, it's dogs who fight my bears. Ah, shit, I know you. I make a special case. We'll be fine. But first, we drink. Come on. We coming out. Don't shoot. Your friend the Marshal here. Come to safety, huh? Huh? Hey, please. Looks like you had me cornered here. I'm going down.
Well, you'll get the going rate as soon as they're in a cell. Take them down there. This here is your end of a good deal.
Ah, Barbarella Alcazar, our bandit queen. Sooner her bloody reign comes to an end, the better, I'd say. I'm a mite sad I ain't gonna be the one to bring her down myself. Let's see. She came over this side of the San Luis with a bunch of men, Del Lobos for the most part. And there ain't been no let-up and bloodshed since. I think they're all held up at that old mine, Gaptooth Breach. Unless you're real delicate, I would expect a confrontation with this lady.
That's fine work. I can take it from here. I believe you'll find that figure to your liking.
All right. Etta Doyle. Used to be known as Madame Le Pearl. She runs a gang of other fallen women, sticking up trains and coaches mostly, but seems to have a particular fancy for robbing Leviticus Cornwall of late. So his men have set a honeypot to lure her in. Tipped her off about a big stash of money and ammunition at Cornwall's freight yard in Saint Denis. Asked if I can send some good bounty hunters their way. Just be careful. They play smart.
Looks like she only sent one.
Okay, we gotta move fast here. Come on. Now the bait's already been set. Etta Doyle and her girls could be here any minute. Mr. Cornwall, you don't want his name anywhere near this for reasons I'm sure you can understand. Just wants it dealt with quick and quiet. Gonna want to ensconce yourself in here. Now wait till they bust in, and then, when the moment's right, ambush Miss Doyle and escort her into custody. They want her alive.
You get paid, we get rid of her, everyone's happy. Now don't worry about her cronies. She's the one with the price on her head. They're notorious for dressing alike, so you bide your time, you figure out which one's Doyle. You'll know for sure when you see her face. Got a big old scar down her right cheek.
And we're just gonna hang around and stand guard, create some semblance of security, and just pray the crazy bitch don't bust in and shoot us straight in the face. All right, now, it's time. Find a place to hide, and we'll wait for the guest of honor.
I'm glad you got him alive. Retribution shall be visited. We pay on receipt of goods, so there you go.
The Owl Hoot family. First off, they ain't no family. More like an unhinged congregation of the worst bastards and bitches on God's green earth. You think they look bad on this poster? Wait till you see how folks look after the family's done with them. Bringing just one of these Owl Hoots down will not cut it here. You'll have to get all 4 of them that's on the list. They shouldn't be too far away from each other, but you'll have to do some looking. And when you get them, don't hold back.
Hey, your carriage awaits, Your Highness. I sure hope this one ain't a talker. And who kept him alive? Well, ain't you just mercy on 2 feet? Get here.
Goddamn anarchist. Sergio Vincenza. He ain't even American either. Did you know he was gonna kill the governor if they didn't find him out? And who can guess how many minds he poisoned, talking that collectivist nonsense? Stopping this loudmouth is what the law was made for. Ain't gonna be easy, though. I heard he's bedded in deep with a bunch of these zealots. Oh, and he's a former military sharpshooter, too.
My brother, liberty will be shackled at all cost. That is how government works. I used to use this rifle to fight for them, but now it is turned the other way. Whatever happens, we must be strong, amigo.
This one's gonna be seeing the judge real soon. Here's what you do.
Now, this gentleman, Mr. Tobin Winfield III, he's more used to signing off on bounties than being the subject of them. But no one cries when a corrupt politician gets their comeuppance. I believe he's hiding out in Thieves' Landing. Yeah, the man's a thief, but not the same kind as the rest of them down there. I'd wager he won't survive the week. From the looks of this poster, you're to recover the deeds that he stole, so make sure you find them.
I'm here. I'm here. You got me. I come willingly, but please hear me out. I'm in danger. Not from you, fine people. Rather, some cutthroats I was quite unwise to trust. I promised them the deeds that I misappropriated if they would help me flee. Now, I have it on good authority that they mean to kill me for those deeds. Protect me, and they're yours. I'll give it all back. Yes? Good. Good. Follow me. They will be here very soon.
Ah, bounties go in the cell. Over yonder. That is what they're worth.
Red Ben Clemson. Dresses like he's on the way to church. Acts like he's never heard a sermon. Rob enough trains, one of these companies is gonna put a price on your head. Or maybe all of them. He's a hero to some folks, a villain to others, and most likely somewhere in between. Hey, this might interest you. A fella he used to run with lost his leg, became real bitter with
Put them in a cell. The time for running is over. The time for punishment has begun. You can count it, or you can trust me. It's all there.
Hello, stranger.
You don't got the eye. Just an eye for a deal.
I told you, go away, old man.
Nothing but false prophecies and fake jewelry.
Go away, or I see much pain and suffering in your future.
A crook and a charlatan. Make sure you know what you're getting into with this one.
Hey, please, don't listen to him. I am Madame Nassar, channeler of spirits, finder of lost things, and, since everyone seems to be a fortune teller now, seller of the strange and exotic. Which one of these can I help you with today? Wait, don't speak. Let me see. Yes. You're searching for something. What though? A dead lover whose spirit you wish to contact on the other side? No, it's not that. It's not something you've lost, but something you're missing. Yes, purpose, some meaning in the chaos of this life. Well, you see, that is something I can help you with. Come to work for me. I say I find things, but really, it is others who do the finding. I tell them what I'm looking for, and they collect it for me from far and wide. Sometimes with ease, and sometimes through great hardship. It is work that can be as honest or dishonest as you want it to be. How about it? Do you want to be one of my collectors? I make sure they are rewarded quite handsomely. A small fee is really the least I should ask for giving you what you're looking for and setting you up with everything you need to get started. There are more tools you may want from me in due course, but first, you will need to prove yourself. If you don't want to start now, you can find me again, and the offer will still be there. Excellent. Excellent. One moment. I have something I think you'll find very interesting. Here is a list of things that I need and a map that will set you on your way to finding them. It is amazing what you will discover now that you are paying attention.
McMillan! Get down here! This has got to stop!
Madam, please!
No!
I'll be right with you.
I know you're up there!
Oh, marvelous. There she is. Just what I need. The crazy wood nymph.
Can't a man take a bath in peace?
What the hell is that?
It's a panther.
You savage!
And a nice clean one now, too. This is going above the mayor's bed. Okay, Mrs. Hobbs will be by to handle the taxidermy.
Oh, travel safe, my friend.
Wait, who are you? Where's Cecil?
Glenn, I'm a friend of his. Cecil had to take a few days off. For stress.
Is there any animal that you have not slaughtered?
Oh, you flatter me, Miss
Sorry,
Davenport.
I really will be right with
The
you.
answer's no, but I'm retired, as you know, and have been for some time.
Yes, and how many have you out there killing for you now?
Not nearly enough, I'm afraid. Business is booming. What about you there? You a hunter? Gus McMillan, master craftsman of fine clothing and accessories. Here's my card. I pay top dollar for animal furs and parts. The rarer, the better.
Don't listen to him. Unbelievable. How do you sleep at night?
On the tiger bedspread, my dear. Seriously, come see me.
You're no better than a murderer. And one day, you'll be seen as such.
Whoa, whoa. Would you mind taking us outside? I don't want to
Shut up, Glenn!
Listen, soon as a squirrel finds a cure for tuberculosis, let's talk.
If intelligence is the barometer of who has the right to live or die, you should have been court-martialed at birth!
Annoying, isn't she? See him? The only thing he had on his mind was hunger, sweetheart, but I pulled the trigger. Survival of the fittest, isn't that your mentor's trite catchphrase?
It's not survival of the fittest. You are killing to line your own pockets.
This is how I make my living. We don't all have a rich daddy. While you're camped out in the woods, making witches' brews and talking to the wildlife, the rest of us are doing some real
You think
work.
this is some big joke?
Oh,
that's
what
enough!
the hell is that crazy shrew? They should throw you in an asylum.
Oh, that's it! I quit! You can tell the mayor I've gone home.
Oh, sorry about that awful man. Harriet Davenport. I've been in the field now for 3 years, studying the hidden interconnections between animals of all species. I've seen everything. I've enjoyed joy, disgust, regrets, envy. We're so much more alike than we are different. I'm on the brink of discovering the pathways that link all life. I just need more research material. I have in here detailed notes on pretty much every animal from armadillo to Annisburg, including the locations of some truly impressive varieties. I would be willing to sell this to you if you will commit to bringing me anatomical samples from live species and promise not to carry out any more animal side in pursuit of Gus McMillan's greed. I'll pay you, of course. I promise I'm good for the money. Let's learn from nature, not destroy it. Excellent, excellent. Oh, we've been brought together for a reason. I strongly feel that. I've been experimenting with tonics that can provide access to remarkable new pathways of communication with other species. You have to live as they do, eat as they eat, hop as the toad, dig as the mole, love as the badger. If you see what I've seen, you just have to open your mind. Join me on a voyage of discovery. You know, this connection between us, it's developed into something quite powerful, don't you think? The majority of people go through life believing they see everything, when in fact, they see almost nothing, confined by the limits of their own consciousness. Just imagine if you could scurry as a possum, hop as a rabbit. Well, I've discovered an herb, scarlet and amethyst flowers. Harrietum officinalis was what I've named it. If you can make contact with a vestige of the animal while ingesting the herb and truly opening your mind to its vital forces, you will be transported in ways you can't even begin to fathom. Trust me, this will open your eyes. Be free. I wouldn't share this information with anyone but you. Well, I sincerely hope you have stayed well away from that Neanderthal, Gus McMillan. Can you imagine if he took such delight in murdering his fellow men and displaying their severed heads on the wall? He'd be straight to the noose. Anyhow, I've heard rumors of a magnificent bear that's been seen around these parts. You'll know it when you see it. A fox told me. If you could track it down and get me a sample, I'd love to study the physiology in more detail. Just please be gentle with it. Well, the murderers are out in force again. There have been rumors in Van Horn about some men coming in to hunt a rare beaver that Gus McMillan has put up a bounty for. Another pelt he'll probably just turn into a pair of gloves and sell for an obscene amount of money. Ugh! That man's greed! But anyway, it does sound like a spectacular creature. A night beaver, beautiful, jet black, a perfect specimen for my studies. Apparently, these men will be arriving by train into Annisburg. Maybe if you follow them, you can get to this poor beaver before they do. Finally, someone not here to mock me, I hope. The arrogance of people, the blind refusal to entertain the idea that there is something outside our meager understanding, that maybe, just maybe, our minds exist beyond us in a shared consciousness. Oh, it's just frustrating. Anyhow, apparently there's a herd of bison led by a striking red peta roaming the Little Creek Valley, which sounds like a perfect specimen to round out my bison studies. I hear there are some good vantage points over the valley, and look for signs of tree rubbing. They love to scratch. There was a young pig from Racine whose botanical interests were keen. He planted a sock in a bright window box where it blossomed and sprouted a bean. Yes! Oh, I don't know why that came into my head. Oh, yes, I do. The boar. I almost forgot. A beautiful black and white Icha-Hee piebald that's been spotted in the vicinity of McFarland's Ranch and Thieves' Landing, which has attracted the interests of local hunters. I was thinking perhaps you could try to beat them to it. I'd love a sample. I hear McMillan's murder-for-hire business continues to grow. I should pay someone to kill him. I'm joking, of course. I would never sink to his level. It's just the greed and arrogance of that man. These are sentient beings with complex emotions. Oh, such a struggle sometimes. But I was hoping you'd come by. A man was telling me he was in Annisburg recently and overheard some loggers there talking about a very unusual-looking deer. Sounds like maybe a shadow buck. Worth some further investigation, at least. Together, I know we can do this. We can't give up. I shouldn't generalize, but the vole is really a rather fickle creature, don't you find? Best friend one day, a stranger the next. I mean, I see it as a sign of intelligence more than anything else. No? Anyway, a conversation for another day. I just heard some livestock in New Austin were wiped out by a vicious predator that sounds to me like it could be a rare Sapa cougar. Do you think you could go and check it out for me? If we keep working together like this, we will have a breakthrough. I know it. You know, I seem to spend half my time out here trying to apologize to my brothers and sisters for the sins of my species. What gives us the right to destroy life on a whim with complete impunity? And where will it end? 50, 100 years from now? Ever? Well, there have been reports of a coyote leading its pack on a rampage through the town of Blackwater. Revenge? Who can say? But it sounds as unique as it is ferocious, white with blue eyes. Do you think you could track it and get me a sample? Before it's another head on someone's wall? Sorry if I'm a little flustered. I just received a letter from my sister saying that I'm an embarrassment to the Davenport name, that I should be getting married and starting a family. She's the embarrassment, not me. I'm on a voyage of discovery. Anyway, talking of which, some travelers were telling me about an elk that's become quite legendary by all accounts, unique in appearance and size. If you could track it down and source me a sample, it sounds like a very interesting animal to study. Just please, treat it with kindness. Have you ever sang to a fox? Sang while you looked deep into its eyes? It's quite beautiful. It's like an invisible barrier melts away, and in that moment there is trust. Complete trust. Anyway, I've been hearing stories about a fox that's been spotted in Saint Denis and Rhodes with very unusual coloring. Something of a local legend. Only comes out at night and in thick fog, apparently. Sounds very intelligent. I'd quite like to study it. If you think you might be able to track it down? I wouldn't sing to this one, though. Well, you won't believe what I've just been reading in the newspaper. Apparently, the new accessory du jour for the lady this year is the alligator handbag. Murdering these noble, prehistoric creatures for fashion? Would they wear one made of human skin? I highly doubt it. Ugh. Anyway, there have been some sightings of a spectacular crocodilian near an estate in Saint Denis. A banded gator, beautiful red and white markings, by all accounts. If you could source me a sample, I'd very much like to study it before some brute turns it into a wallet or a pair of slippers. So, I ran into Gus McMillan again. How that man delights in tormenting me. Now he has his sights on a new trophy, a rare moose he wants to slaughter and turn into slippers or belts or whatever it is he does to make his blood money. Oh, he makes me sick. Ugh! Anyway, this moose is apparently a spectacular specimen, cream with red antlers. I was hoping maybe you could try to get to it before Macmillan's hunters do and gather some information for me. We should be learning from these animals, not destroying them. Have you been hearing about this ram in New Austin? Apparently, all number of people are out trying to track it and kill the poor thing, just because it showed some aggression. It's probably just defending itself. And what is more aggressive than a man with a gun? Anyway,
It sounds like a truly spectacular animal. A rutiel horn, jet black, impressive size, and very intelligent. Rumor is it's been luring ovines away from other herds, which is very unusual. It was spotted passing north of Venter's place. I'd love to study it, if you can get me a sample. Tell you, if you've never tried touching fresh dung when it's still warm, the reverberations you feel, it's like a beating heart. And even more so when it's an animal I know. Every day, I'm discovering new connections, but I need more research material. There have been reports of an unusually aggressive wolf pack up in the Grizzlies, led by a large white moonstone, an animal I'd very much like to study. I know it's a lot to ask, but we are making discoveries that will live on forever. I truly believe that. I was starting to worry that Gus McMillan might have lured you into his vile profiteering. A man whom I recently heard once slaughtered 20 elephants in Africa just because he lost a drunken bet. One day, this will all come back to him. So, I've been hearing about a panther that no doubt he's got his eyes on too. A majestic creature, if the reports are to be believed. I'd be interested to do some genetic analysis on such a distinctive example. If you could track it down and get me a sample, I will pay you for your efforts, of course. Mark me! I've heard what you've been doing. They tell me, you know? Oh, disgraceful! You should be ashamed of yourself.
Claimed to be royalty, but had a head the size of a pumpkin.
That must have been really something.
You made it, huh? Follow me. Now, like I said in my letter, we are going into business. I've been breaking down animals since I was knee-high to a splinter. And I worked as a tanner up in Wisconsin back in the 60s.
It's a very long story.
So I've got 3 words for you. Cripps Trading Company. Pristine pelts and animal parts for bulk sale. I know the market's there. All I need is a partner. So I'm thinking you source the materials. Skins, plumes, horns, and the like. I'll clean them and prep them. Then you go out and make the sale. Hell, we might even eat well out of this for once, too. Wouldn't that be nice? Why are you still here with us?
Your provisions, Mr. Cripps.
Yeah, all right. Pack the rest on there, will you? Now, with any opportunity comes risk. Competitors, thieves, me losing interest in the whole idea. But if we combine our talents, we'll be unstoppable. Now, I will require an initial modest investment, of course, startup costs and such like, but you'll recoup that as fast as you can say, "Hey, Cripps, you handsome genius." So how about it? Are you in? My talents extend far beyond the harmonica, I can assure you. Good. Now, you won't regret this, I promise. Now, I've already got hold of a small wagon and most of what we'll need in terms of initial supplies. If you can grab that and bring it back to camp, we'll get everything set up. This is gonna be fun. Come on. Well, what do you think? Cripps Trading Company is officially up and running. So get out there and do some hunting. Time for us to make our fortune. I need some luxury and repose in my twilight years. If there's a fellow on this green earth that deserves a drink more than me today, I'd like to meet him. Anyway, don't let me keep you.
You must be Cripps' friend. I'll try not to hold that against you. My name's Maggie. Thanks for coming.
She's back. Jesus, what are you doing? It's me. What the hell?
I missed, didn't I? Don't come in like a bull through the fence next time, you old fool. Your friend here managed to get it right.
Lightning Maggie Fike. We all thought you were dead.
Yeah, so did I. Guess you'll be wanting a drink. Come on, give me a hand.
Biggest mistake of my life, not marrying this woman when I had the chance.
Yeah, you always did have a colorful memory of things. Anyway, it's too late now. As you can see, I have gone and hit my prime.
Well, I heard what happened with Hickson. Oh. Evil son of a bitch. Where you been all this time?
Recovering. Lying low. Couldn't barely get out of bed for 6 months.
And your nephew?
Lem. Still in jail, as far as I know.
You seen Danny Lee yet?
Oh, yeah, I've seen him. Cooking for the Braithwaites now. Guess me and him were done.
Well, there's always Marcel. Heard he's not working for Leclerc anymore. Feller's a windbag, but he knows his way around the still.
Yeah, maybe. Feels like it'd be much easier for everyone if I just stayed gone. But life ain't about being easy. I am taking back what's mine. I need legs, though, and I need muscle.
Oh, you'll get that one, this one, and more, I promise you. 2 of us already got a nice little business going.
Long as you know, won't be pretty. I don't do pretty no more.
So, what's the buy-in?
First things first, I need a cookhouse.
What's wrong with this place? Been empty for a while now.
No, I need a good basement. I reckon I could try and get one of my old spots back up and running. Bastards seized them all after the raid. You buy me back one of those, I reckon you'll have a fair enough investment. Teach you everything I know. So what you say?
Believe me, nobody knows more about moonshine than Maggie.
All right then, partners it is. You meet me back there when you can. We'll work out what else it is we need when we get set up.
Can I offer you a ride, Miss Fike?
Suppose so.
Maybe we can stop for a drink on the way.
We just had a drink.
I know. Now I want another one.
Some things don't change. Okay then. We're gonna need supplies and equipment so we can set up the still and get started with production. We could buy all this, of course, but why would we do that when we can just borrow it permanently from some of the other moonshiners around here and kill 2 birds with 1 stone? Time to show these folks that Maggie's back. And back for good. All right, well, next on the list is a cook. Can't do much without that. Since Danny Lee sold his soul to the Braithwaites, we've been courting a feller called Marcel. Friend of Cripps used to work as a chef for Jessica Leclerc. But he comes from a long line of French distillers. Seems to know what he's doing. Problem is, another outfit got wind of this and grabbed him. So, let's see some of that muscle Cripps promised me.
Well, I am happy to say we are officially in business. Allez-y, I will show you the engine room. Thank you for your interventions the other day. I was turning into a rather unpleasant experience. So here we are. Nice and private. For obvious reasons, huh? There she is, our still. A beauty, huh? Since I've been told that you are new in the business, I was thinking you might need some friendly mentorship. Illicit distillation is a very unique pursuit. But what is most important are the ingredients for the mash. The more successful a business is, the better the price we can negotiate for those ingredients. Just as we will, the more unsuccessful our competitors are. But that side of things is more the area of expertise of Madame Fike. Anyway, some of our buyers are very exacting when it comes to tastes and flavors. So we will need to adjust our recipes to the demand over time. Attention, a stronger alcohol sells for more, as you can imagine. But it also takes longer to produce. So that is something else we will need to balance. Huh? Well, that's enough for now. Let's get to work. I have a feeling you are going to learn fast.
All right. I got a lead on my nephew, Lem. He's been in county jail since the raid, but I got word he's about to be moved to high security at Sisika. Interesting timing, wouldn't you say? Just as I get off my deathbed. Still, probably our only chance to get him out. Now, the reason I heard is the law's moving another feller down to Sisika tomorrow. Weasley money launderer by the name of Stan Reardon. And we'll be transferring him onto Lem's convoy at some point on the route. I digress. I don't give a damn about Reardon. But if you can track down those lawmen, find out where the transfer's taking place, hopefully you can get the jump on them. Just stay sharp. You did good with Marcel. Get me Lem too, you'll be well on your way to proving yourself.
Still makes me shiver just remembering it. They trussed her up, blew up the still, and threw her inside there to fry. I couldn't do nothing but watch as they held me back. The flames just kept getting higher. Whole place started caving in. I swear, it's the only time I've ever seen Hickson smile. Burning a woman alive. Probably got a medal for it, too. The last thing I see as they're dragging me away, Danny Lee, hiding in the trees, just looking on. In jail, I heard they tried for months to hunt him down, but he must have found some protection. Always did have a knack of slithering his way into holes, that snake. Hey, Maggie!
You're late.
Hey, Maggie, I can't believe it.
Oh, I don't die so easy.
I didn't know if you were...
I know, but we're here now, and I am gonna make it right. All of it.
Le mon ami! Are you okay?
Marcel?
Oui, c'est moi!
What are you doing here?
Oh, how charming.
Lots changed, Lem.
Can I get you some soup or perhaps something stronger, huh?
Marcel, put him in my room for now.
But of course. Come on, then.
I miss this old place.
Get some sleep. We got a lot of catching up to do. Thank you for this. He's a dope sometimes, but he is all I got. Go down and grab yourself a drink. Make sure you get an extra cut out of my side of the business. You've earned it.
What are you waiting for? The rest you can remove yourself.
Okay, I just found out that the Braithwaites and Danny Lee are cooking shine out in the swamps of Bayou Noir. So, seeing as they gave me such a warm welcome on my return, I figure it's only polite to repay the favor. There's an old stash of explosives, the good stuff. I'll show you on the map. That should make short work of any stills they're using. Plenty of routes in there. You could hijack their supply wagon, you could even go by river. But I'll leave that to you. It's time to hit them hard, where it hurts. Hey there. Made it in one piece. So, we good then? Excellent. That should send a clear enough message. I'd say you've earned yourself a drink.
Thought I'd find you here. What the hell you think you're playing at?
It's all right.
That was a real dumb move.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I thought I warned you.
You know, all them years, I never realized just how much a coward you really are.
You go to hell, Maggie.
Oh, I already have. And let me tell you, you will like it. My God. Just look at these bastards, Danny Lee. You think they'll give a single damn about you? I mean, who's this sap?
Bartholomew Braithwaite.
Yeah, I know who you are. So, your family's running moonshine now, huh? How the mighty have fallen.
You're finished. Stay finished. Oh, I swear next time, you'll burn for good.
You know, next time you should send someone more intimidating.
Don't you worry about that. Come on.
Thanks for stopping by, fellers. Oh, I have barely even started. Come on, let's have that drink. All right, not sure if you heard, but I sent Lem up north to collect some special ingredients that should really help us broaden our market. Stuff Danny Lee won't even have heard of. Felt like a really good job for Lem. With you around, he's been a little jealous. Anyway, he's bringing it in by boat and should be docking soon in Annisburg. There's already some wagons arranged to bring it all back, but I'd appreciate it if you'd head over there just, you know, for some extra security. Better safe than sorry these days.
Land ahoy! Grab that plank, set it down there. Whew! Permission to come aboard. So, this here's the merchandise. It's top-notch stuff, so be careful with it. Come on, help me get it unloaded. Ooh, watch your foot in there, landlubber. Wait, where are the wagons? I arranged 2 drivers. God damn it! I planned this whole thing. Least folks can do is show up on time. Train's coming in. Just act natural.
Everyone stay right where you are. This is Agent Reed Hickson of the Bureau of Internal Revenue. Lemuel Falk, you are under arrest for the manufacture and distribution of an illegal substance, escaping state custody, running bail, and tax evasion. And today, we will bring the fullest force of the law down upon you. You just can't stop running your mouth, can you, you moronic head? You need to watch who you talk to. Move in and bag those rats. And bring Fight to me.
You hold them off. I'll try and start the engine. Okay? I think that's all of them. Christ, that was a close one. Oh. All right, these docks look clear. Let's unload and get the hell out of here. All right, that's the last one. Oh, thank you. Goddamn revenuers. It's like Hickson's got some sixth sense or something. I'll find how this got out, believe you me, starting with them drivers. Can't trust anybody these days. Anyway, at least we got what we came for. I'll see you back at the house. Yeah.
Okay, I just found out something very interesting. Danny Lee's running a bottling operation out of Butcher Creek, of all places. I was just thinking how embarrassing it would be for the master distiller if something was to get into his mix and sour the hooch. Especially if you do it without them realizing. Now, I got a little recipe that should do just the trick. You have to use it when it's real fresh, though. I've jotted down all the ingredients and where you can find them. The rest, the fun part, I'll leave in your capable hands. And if all else fails, just destroy the shit. I want to thank you again. I couldn't have done any of this without you. We got a quality product, control the market. Competition is in pieces. We are running the show again. But we both know there's unfinished business. Danny Lee, the Braithwaites, the Revenuers. Writing's been on the wall for these sons of bitches for too long now. Today's the day we wipe it clean.
All done.
You mixed it right?
It's good. I did it with Marcel.
All right, then. Now, Lem here, he set a meet with Danny Lee and Braithwaite. Let on he wants to cut a deal on the side. Anything to get out from overbearing Aunt Maggie.
She can be overbearing.
And they're desperate enough by now. As for Hickson, we floated word to him. Chance to get us, Danny Lee, and the Braithwaites in one swoop.
We're gonna get there early, douse the spot in this, and give him a hell of a surprise.
If you can get Danny Lee alive, you bring him here to me. If not, well, so be it. As for Hickson, he promised me he'll smile when he takes his last breath. All right, go get the wagon ready. It's time. You watch him for me. He's, well, he ain't you.
All right, that looks pretty good. Now, come on, let's find some cover. Where is he?
Ooh, wagons here. Them! It's Danny Lee!
This stuff stinks. This is their recipe. I'm not sure I want it.
Lamb!
You got 1 minute, Fike. We're out of here.
Hold it right there.
What the hell is this? You said it was all good.
It was.
Mr. Caton, I feel like you've been avoiding me. And you must be the Braithwaite. How sad. From prince to peasant.
I got guns covering this whole area.
Is that a threat?
Let me go. I'll call him off. And you can have Danny Lee.
What, Mr. Braithwaite?
I can have him. How very kind of you.
And I also have $100. Right here.
Well, never let it be said that I'm not a reasonable man. Go on, then, if you're going.
Why are they letting him go?
Really?
You're all but finished anyway. I only catch the big fish.
Put your goddamn hands up. All right, start moving.
God damn you.
Oh, here he is, the half-wit. It's not really his fault, fellas. His mother drank a lot.
You goddamn son of a bitch.
Thanks for all this. Didn't you ever wonder why I kept you alive, you born idiot? How's your aunt, by the way? I never got a chance to ask you at the boat. I hear she's looking well.
Bastard!
Okay, I think this is all gotten a little out of hand now. Don't you? You know what they do to people that murder federal agents? I can make that go away. You kill me, you'll be running for the rest of your life. Come on. That president is just using you like she uses everyone else.
Oh, the guest of honor. Finally. Give me your knife. You know, I was so looking forward to seeing you that I got you your favorite whiskey. Go on, give the man a drink.
I'm fine.
Give him a goddamn drink!
What do you want from me?
You snake! You left me to die!
What was I supposed to do?
6 years. I gave you my trust, my power.
Power? Listen to you. You can't see yourself, Maggie. You never could.
Oh, I see myself. I can't not see myself. But I won't slink off like a coward. I'll look you dead in the eye.
Maggie, please.
Get out of here. And I mean so far away you'll never see me again.
I'm...
Just go, Danny Lee. Now here, it is good whiskey. And Hickson, good. Yeah, maybe it's time for me to move on myself. Too many memories around here. I don't know. Maybe not. For now, prosper.